Today on the Terrible Warriors, our mutants have found themselves in orbit at Lake Station, and now their arrival has awakened the hive. Swarms of mech armor bees descend upon the Earth, driven into a frenzy by Mutork's playing of a David Bowie song. I told you this is weird. It's after the bomb. And after the bomb, and above the bomb, far away from the bomb in space, no one can hear Mutork scream, right? Because he's really kind of annoying. I don't want to hear him anymore. Oh, he's not the only character. Julian, Mike, Derek, and Andy round up our team, our mutants in orbit, our Terrible Warriors. Welcome back to the Terrible Warriors. I'm your game master, Justin Ecock, as we are mutants in orbiting in our After the Bomb campaign. We have finally found ourselves in a combat scenario. It took a while to get there, but now we're here. The bees are coming to attack. Wabba-dabba-dub-dub. I am joined here in studio, sitting across the table from me, returning back from an absence from the podcast. It's great to have you back here.
Good to be back. It's Julian Spillane.
Hello, Julian. And live from Edmonton, our Thursday crew GM.
I'm Derek the Bard from Chase of the Muse.
And from our Skype sessions, doing all our long-form stuff, and from This Week in Geek.
Mike, I'm drinking heavily Dodd.
Alcoholism. And from our Patreon rewards program, we have joined as a very special guest on this campaign.
Hi, I'm Andy Hughes.
And you are in danger right now because everyone else is about to have combat, but where we last left off, the hull had breached. Slip is dying and suffocating in the vacuum of space, and his Will, Hammer, and Jack can do nothing except ready for battle as through the hull breach landing is an armored power suit, black with yellow. It's a bee. It's a bee. It's basically a bee.
It's bee-colored.
And it looks up at you with its Darth Vader-like eyes and raises its gun just as you shot. So we shall roll. I don't know how initiative works in Palladium games anymore.
It's just D20, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think there's any modifier.
Yeah, unless you got a bonus.
Unless you got a specific skill, yeah. So we will roll for initiative.
Woohoo.
All of
Got
us.
12.
The battlefield is surrounding.
That's D20, you said?
Yeah, D20.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, so we've got 15. You got a 12 there, Julian?
I had an 8.
Oh, you got an 8.
I got a 12.
And he got a 12.
Do I need to roll initiative? Because I'm just making the ship shoot things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just so I can do things in order and keep everything fair. Julian.
I got a 17.
Woo! We got but Derek and Dodd, you got the same initials, so DE. And then I'm 11, so I'm right in there. Me. So top of the round, then, Derek. Actually, we do need to resolve immediately the opening round with Andy. You're gonna fire first. So raise your gun.
I'm using that rifle. I don't know how much damage it's going to do when I roll, but
I do. I know how much damage it's going to do.
I got interference on that roll.
What do you mean interference?
It collided right with one of my controllers. It stopped.
That still counts.
That was a
Yeah.
10.
You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And I'm not sure if I can add my strike to that. Because this is a ranged weapon, so.
Oh, right. How do ranged attacks... Right. Yeah, you don't do it. So...
Well, total be 15 then if you had strike.
Because I want to show what happens. It hits. Okay. So you are going to roll 5d6.
Oh, convenient. I actually had that exact number out. Let's see. 9, 10, 12, 13, 14.
14? So you fire, and it shoots, the gas is emitted as a green beam of almost light now, and it hits the warrior who's come down in front of you, and it doesn't create doesn't do any damage to the outside armor, but you see him stop in its tracks, and you hear a noise from inside the suit as it begins to grip. What is happening is it's boiling from the inside.
Oh no,
horrific.
Raid!
And it's this particular chemical laser is able to bypass. It goes straight for biology.
Oh,
And-
go
and-
straight to hit points.
So exactly. So it does some serious, like it's microwaving his insides, and
Fun.
it deals some serious. You're right. It goes right past the SDC, and because it jumped right in, you didn't have time to do a dodge or a roll. You just got to shoot him right in, and after that, we go to the top of the round. Derek,
Yep.
you are there in the space digger.
Yep.
And you wanted to just start shooting out, right?
Yep.
So what did we have? I think we had
Okay.
standard lasers,
Yeah, and the
Or
rail
rail
and the heavy
guns?
rail guns.
heavy rail guns.
As I'm just trying to find.
I've got damage here for the rail guns. Effective range 4,000 feet, doubled in space.
Yeah. Well.
I think
you're gonna be
fine. I think that's gonna do it.
Okay. Shall I start making some rolls?
You shall.
Alrighty. Let's see. Oh yeah, the railgun that shoots 4 times around. Mm-hmm. First one
The thing that
is an
shouldn't
18.
work because it's just like nonsense wiring inside. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. 18, 14, 12, and the fourth one is an 8.
Okay, so the 3 of those hit.
Awesome. And what is it? It's 1d6 times 10 damage or something like that?
Apparently.
So first shot does 30, 30, and 20.
Okay, so the railgun as these swarms, they're coming down, and you're shooting up, and it's going through the swarm, and it's just like it pushes punctures like a hole through the swarm, and it takes out a couple at a time as they're coming down. These individually are not very powerful suits. They're strength in numbers, and even though you take out a half dozen, a few more land.
There's like 300 or 400 of them. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that much, but it is it's a platoon size. So we're talking about 50, 60 of these things.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
cool.
gonna be able to get through it. Yeah, but 2 more make landing onto the station, and.
Yep.
And as you can see, are you in the trailer or are you up in the cabin at the front so you can see around?
Will my leash reach to the cabin?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I'm up in the cabin.
Yeah, so up in the cabin you can see the 2 that have landed. They have these like cutting lasers in their arms, and they're just cutting a circle before they breach through, because then they stand back and fire a weapon at that point, poof, and it shoots up like opening up a manhole cover, and then as soon as the air equalizes, they jump in. And by the time the third one is going to do that, there's going to be no more air to decompress from that section of the station as airlocks are beginning to close around. So anyway, that's what you see up there as your railgun is off firing at the swarm, keeping the numbers down. Instead of having 4 land, you only get 2 landing. Next after that is Dodd. You're getting into the spacesuit.
You damn
Into
right
the
I am.
power armor. I had it right here on the next page. Oh my goodness. The Leica L7 Explorer. So you get in and you hear it beep up, and it says something in Russian, and turns on, and you see like a little light shine up onto a single button, and it starts to blink, and it has like a question mark over it. Clink, 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 clink.
I'm guessing that means engage.
One way to find out.
You can press it.
All right, let's do it.
As that happens, the back closes down over your seating chamber, and like there's the crazy Iron Man heads up display blanks up all around you, and it's a pretty easy to decipher tactical heads up display, and directly above you, a compartment. The room you're in decompresses, the door opens, and you have access to the outdoors.
All right, I am going to fire mini missiles at anything that moves.
Okay, so first you're going to leap out of the station.
Yep.
Okay, you just
Gonna leap out
launch
of the
missiles
station.
down the hallways. So you get out, and as soon as you jump out, you see the two drones that are they've just breached the habitat, or not the habitat ring, but the ring, the docking ring. They've just breached it, but they haven't jumped down yet. And I'll let you fire missiles off at them if you like.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
Do you have missiles? Weapon systems.
It's,
you have
it's under the arm-mounted
laser?
weapon system.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It doesn't give a damage rating. It says by type.
Oh yeah, optional types. Welding, arm-mounted weapon system. What does it say? Missiles? I don't see that. I just see lasers.
It says mega damage. because
Or a
technically
mini
this is a
missile
Rift's
launcher.
robot.
Oh yeah, technically this is from Rifts. So we'll just make it up.
Yeah,
You just give me the rolls and I'll tell you if it works.
Okay, what am I rolling?
D20.
D20 to hit.
Okay, 6.
No, that one's gonna go wide.
Damn it.
Shoots off into space. Fire a second one.
All right,
Well, it'll hit something eventually.
20.
Yeah. No, it actually, the missile hits the drone and then picks it up into the air. And when it explodes, it does it in a way that doesn't cause any damage to the station. So he picks it up and he's like holding into his chest. Firework. And bits of its power armor just fly off in shrapnel in every direction. You hear it like raining on the outside. And after Dodd, Andy, we're back to you.
So
You've
we
got-
still have one we still got one poking his head through.
No, you've killed the one. Well, the one in front of you is dying. It's still alive. It's gonna have a turn right after you. You have I'll give you a couple of actions if you want to dispatch him. You also
Yeah, I'm going to dispatch it.
You also have Wilhammer and Jack who you can order. They're a little shooken up right now because this went to combat very quickly. And And their buddy just died. And apparently the only person they can rely on now is a canine commando from the Empire of Humanity. Yep. What? So
If you want to live, get a weapon out and start defending this place.
so roll for me mental affinity.
Oh, okay.
See if you can rally the troops.
So,
MA stat.
I have a 12 for it, so here's my roll.
Yeah, what you have really strong is
Oh,
speed,
no.
prowess, and strength.
Natural 1.
But that's a success if we're trying to roll under the attribute, isn't it?
They don't all work that way. Like skill checks are weird.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. You just, in a way to kind of rally them, you do what you normally do as a Canadian commando, and you bark for the glory of the Empire. And they kind of look at you.
Bark!
They're like, no, oh my God, oh, we can't trust him. And they start to really freak out because now they're between a rock and a dog. So they feel really leaderless right now. But you can still go and still fire your chemical laser.
Oh, I am. But
Into
not going
the-
to use that dice. It just gave me a 1.
All right, so go ahead and move to attack.
Oh! Natural 20.
Okay, roll for damage and then double it.
Okay, 11, 15, 17, 19, so 38?
So you start to see even though it's a sealed suit, it's shaking like there's something boiling underneath, like a pot, like the lid on a saucepan, and you hear like it's an insectoid voice in the inside, and then you hear what sounds like a pop, and then the whole suit just kind of crumples,
Have you ever done paper mache with a balloon, and the paper mache isn't done when you pop the balloon and it's still a little too wet, and the whole thing just kind of collapses?
I've seen it.
That's what
So
just
yeah,
happened to the suit.
it's like,
That's what just that was gross. However, the suit is fully intact if you want to clean it out. It's just
I give a yip and just look for my next target.
So your next target is probably going to be on the outside of the station, or you can stay on the inside and secure. I don't know. The station's taking some serious damage.
Can I actually climb out through that hole that the?
Sure, you got your mag
left?
boots on, but it wouldn't be a crazy thing for you to like disengage the mag boots and then leap up.
That's basically what I'm going to do.
Because you're also your Jack Russell Terrier, you get leaping, so you have that kind of like instinct of being able to judge your jump, your leaps, being able to make sure you don't just jump off into space and float away. I'll let you get a roll for it, but it's going to mean also timing your boots so that you do mag lock on the outside again and not just keep going up.
Yep. Okay.
So I will.
I let out a howl as I unleash my boots, do my leap.
And you don't. It's not a. Okay, so give me for this particular one. Give me a 100 roll. And I'm gonna say that you have a 75 on this. So you just got to roll under 75, or you're gonna fuck it up.
46.
Okay, great. So you disengage the mag boot and you lift off. And just as you get over the edge of the hull breach, you reach a foot out and you click back in and you pull yourself back down to the outside. So very cool. Willhammer and Jack have now been abandoned inside the station, and they're just going to pee themselves a little. They've been
Because I have to do everything myself. Come at me!
As you broadcast that out, a few of the drones outside that are like buzzing and they're flying and avoiding the railgun fire from the stationary space digger, they stop. They look down at you and they start moving towards your direction.
Oh,
and we're going to go to Julian.
So I'm running straight down into Space Digger from basically working my way back through the ring.
Yeah,
and then,
the airlock is still open, like it's still docked in.
Yeah.
And you go through, and things are like starting to like knock around, and the lights inside the station are beginning to flicker. And you hear when you get into Space Digger, you can hear over the radio. There's and Mutor can hear it as well. There's a commands coming from. It's an insectoid voice, but you can't understand what it's saying. But it's like it's on Mars attacks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna run up to the cabin. And presumably Mutork's there.
Yeah, Mutork's he's got some like jerry-rigged targeting device thing out of like an old Game Boy that he's using to like move the railgun around. And
Mutork, do you know how to fly this thing?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, Mutork know how to fly ship.
Great.
oh boy.
We're gonna
I'm
disengage.
silently shaking my head at Julian, going like, "No, he doesn't."
No, Justin told me not to take that. Don't know that in game.
We're gonna disengage, and we're going to light some of these guys up.
Oh, fantastic! And if everything goes to hell, Mutork have special backup plan.
You activate the customary yellow klaxon light that begins to like rotate around the inside as the door of the cab of the trailer begins to close down. Now you can, Mutork, go through the process of disconnecting from the airlock of the station, or you can unhitch from the trailer and turn the cabin into like a little fighter craft.
No, I'm just going to tell the airlock with my mind to disengage.
I hope the airlock speaks English.
Yeah.
Or understands
or
it.
we'll just rip the airlock off.
Yeah. You can.
I mean, we could do that too.
It's not like the space station is in any good condition right now anyways.
That's a good point.
They've already got a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really don't seem to care.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? For better planning purposes, Justin, I'm going... Wait. I have to stay with... I can't leave. I'm bolted to the inside
You were
of the
asking if
back
the
cab of
station
ship.
has any thrusters, but Space Digger has thrusters.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it. We're rocking.
Are
it
you
off.
strong enough to just pull the station around behind you like a big butt?
I'm very tempted. I'm gonna roll a percentile, and let's say if I can get under my drive repair, it's very possible.
Okay. In your magical unicorn space drive.
Wouldn't that just rip the station though? rather
Yes,
than
it
pull
will. I'll be rolling structural damage
Yeah.
checks.
33. I succeed.
You succeed in quotes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
boy.
you activate the thrusters on the space digger. Space digger's ready.
And then I activate the thrusters on the space station in time with them.
Yeah.
and everything except the station is not meant to like do combat maneuvers.
No, it's not.
So it does have, and it's also taken some serious structural damage from the drone attacks.
Yes, it has.
So that's fine. Just okay, we're all aware. We're all on the same page.
We're all
Yes, we are.
It's terrible.
Okay, this is a great plan.
And
I
I'm
wholeheartedly.
gonna take my seat at one of the turrets.
Oh, you're doing a turret, and
Yeah.
Mutork's doing the flying.
Exactly.
Okay.
He knows how to fly this better than me.
All right, give me a d20 then, so you get something.
I
to
mean,
roll.
objectively speaking, that's true.
Oh boy.
There's a 10.
Yeah. So you the gun shoots wide a few times and it picks off one or two. So about of the swarm, the railgun has taken out about a quarter of the swarm since this started. The two are dead or trying to board. There's one more that the missile missed that's trying to board, and that's where we return to with. Oh no, it's actually Derek's turn. Top of the
yes,
round.
yes, it is. So I guess it needs a piloting check.
Yeah.
Yep, you're gonna give
Wait,
me
is
a
that a
piloting
percentile?
check. It's a percentile.
So this might be a bad time to disclose that I don't have pilot spaceship.
Yep. So you're running on base checks.
But I do have my techno mind for whatever that counts for.
Doesn't count for anything.
Okay, well, let's see how poorly this goes for everyone involved.
What do you have?
It's been a good run.
Pilot. Well, you do have pilot automobiles, and
Yeah.
this used to be a truck.
Yeah.
I
So-
rolled a 14.
God damn it, Derek. On a 100?
Yeah, I'm using my strange dice for this.
Okay, I still have to roll structural checks on the ship.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. No. I know,
Things could go poorly.
I know what you mean. Okay, so as you begin to pull the ship, remember how I said the shape of it was an H with a ring in the center beam with a
We
dome
turned into
that was the
two
docking
Ts.
that was connected by thin arms. So
Did we just rip the H in half?
no, but you as the engines take off in quite an aerodynamic manner, because the airlock was not disengaged. The station itself is because that whole area is decompressed already. Which means the trailer was oh fuck it, whatever. You
Yeah.
guys, you're all in vac suits anyways.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Justin's making it up as we go, and the center dome in the center of the ring in the center of the H pops out like you're pulling it out of a model kit.
Oh, jeez.
So the space digger now has the cabin at the front, the trailer, and a circular dome from the station
Beautiful.
right in the middle of the thrusters. Now, what kind of what's this? There's no like. Is there heat burn coming from these thrusters?
No, because it's the radio wave microwave thrusters.
Yeah.
They're literally just emitting energy out of them.
Yeah. So you're not like even. It's not even gonna like burn this thing up. It's hilarious. So it's just like this thing's just the Katamari of spaceships. It's just gonna
Yes,
keep picking up
every time I
things
hit
every time you
something, it
dock.
gets bigger.
God damn it! So you are now a free moving fighter space digger.
Yes, we are.
It's the way it was always meant to be.
So for this, I'm gonna
Do us
have
that are out of the space station actually see this happening?
yeah.
Don't know
Yeah,
how
you
you
both do.
convince it.
So Dodd and Andy, you both are on the or Light and Ham. You both are on the outside of the station. You both see this pop. Out they go. And Julian and Derek, I'm going to have you both share your moves because one's piloting, one's shooting.
Yeah.
So I'll have Derek will do the piloting check, which can aid your attack to aim.
Cool.
Does that make sense, Derek? Does that work for you?
Yeah. No.
Unless you
Yeah.
want to, unless you have like a specific maneuver that isn't just aiming the shot, I'll have you
Not yet,
rolling assist rolls with Julian, and that works as Julian's rolls at the end of the round,
Yeah.
and you're at the top of the round, so you're already kind of like next to each other. So after that, Dodd in the armored L7 maintenance suit. Do you want to just grab one of the drones out of the air and rip it in half? Because I really want you to do that.
I really want to. I want to crush it like a tin can.
Okay, because you have the power of 3 robots.
All right, D20. Just give me a second here.
How much bigger is his robot than the bugs?
It's not about the size of the robot. It's about how you use the hydraulics.
It's true.
Hey, at least it's not red. At least it's not colored red.
All right. Ugh, 9.
Ugh. So you try to grab the one that you missed with the missiles, and it looks up at you. It kind of does the equivalent that you can do through a power armor of sticking its tongue out and then jumping in, and you hear. Well, you can't hear, but you see flashes of energy fire from inside the ring where we do know that Willhammer and Jack have left behind.
Well, I did 5 melee attacks around. Does that count in the suit too?
Yes, you still get 4 more moves.
Fuck this
God.
thing.
But it rolled at that low of a thing. Like I rolled a 19, so it got the dodge, and the dodge was to jump in.
Okay, so it basically went past me.
No,
Can I launch
because the
a
way I
missile
see it,
inside of it then?
Andy, you came out the other circle, the original one that was cut.
Oh,
and
okay, so
Dodd's.
he-
So you're
Oh.
both. If Dodd's sitting at 12 o'clock, you're sitting at 6 o'clock on the ring.
Okay, I get what you're picturing now. Okay.
I know. I'm just making it up, but that seems fair. You guys weren't next to each other because the suit was on the other side of the station. So.
All right.
So Dodd, you've got 4 more melee attacks.
All right.
Which whatever, you can also
gonna-
throw in actions because you guys are super powerful.
I'm gonna hurt things.
Okay, you've got a bunch of swarms around. A few more that are going to come in for a landing. What did I say? There was 50. A quarter has been taken out. So then we got like 30 more to go through.
Okay, so the next
and then a
roll I
couple-
roll is a 5, so I missed. The next one I roll is a 15.
Oh, hey, cool. So are you shooting out missiles?
Yep.
So one of the missiles goes wide and just grazes the space digger. Goes past the front like windshield. You're like and the other one then connects with one of the drones and it goes off and the shrapnel actually like lodges in a few of the others and it sends their suits like malfunctioning and
And
spiraling.
my
out of
final
control.
shot was an 18.
Where's that one going?
That one is wherever there's the largest cluster. I want to fire right into the middle of it.
Cool. So you set it like a called shot to detonate in the center of the cluster.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like in the book too. So you raise up your arm-mounted missile that shoots out, and there's a few the bees that are flying past. It misses. So like, and then right behind them it detonates and it takes out about 5 of them. Again, not killing them, but damaging their guidance enough that the suits malfunction and they just go scatter. And I'll let you have. You got a move action if you want to do something because you're all standing in the same spot. What do you want to do, Mr. Dodd?
Hurt more things.
Do you want to chase the one that went inside, or are you gonna?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna let Willhammer
I'm
and
ripping
Jack
that
deal with
asshole
them?
in half.
Cool. So you jump down, and the asshole that you want to rip in half is like who dodged out of your way. Kind of looks over its shoulder and was like, "Fuck! I didn't think you were gonna follow me in here." Derek, or no, not Derek. Andy, you're on the outside of the ring. You saw the mech suit fire off a bunch of missiles. Space Digger has launched, and things are exploding. And you're on the outside, looking in.
And I just basically did a come at me, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've got 4 coming towards you, so they're going to land in this round and have attacks on you. So my turn comes right after yours. So those 4 that you called out, come at me, bro. You've got this round to take care of them before they get moves on you.
Okay.
And that'll bring us down to
well,
less than 20.
I'm gonna try and shoot 4 of them. The 4 of them. Let's see what I do on these 4 dice. Okay, 15, 17, 19 plus 5, so 24. And the fourth one misses. I rolled a 4, so on that one. So.
Okay, so so 3 of them you're gonna chung, 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 hit them with this thing, and the way I see this chemical laser is it has like damage over time.
Yeah.
Like it gets in and it just starts to like eat. So roll the damage for those 3 successful attacks, and I'll see if some of them have like a round before they are gonna die horribly.
All right, first damage. Okay, rolled crappily. Let's see. 11, 14, 18. First one.
Okay.
Rolled a little bit better on the second one. 14. Oh no, 16. I rolled 2 1s, and those last 2 die.
Oh no.
So that's 18, 1, 14 to another one, and 6, 9, 10, 11, 13 to the last one.
The only one that's not dying instantly is the 13.
Okay.
So you hit the first 2, and it's the same deal. Like you just see like this is a brutal way to kill someone. I just want to say this is not good. Odds are this was designed as a counteractive to these creatures, to these sentient, paranoid.
Paranoid.
You haven't even spoken to them yet.
Yeah.
You were just told by a Russian bear that they're the bad guys, and you're like, okay. So
hey, he follows chain of command. That was commander of the station.
That's you're playing very true to your character. That's true, and you're also a brutal empire of humanity. So if anyone's going to use the horrible eat you alive gun, it might as well be you. Yeah. So so the first 2 cry out in bee pain. And then they just begin by the time because they were coming down for a landing, they just kind of bounce off the hull and limply go off, and one of them kind of hits, but his arm gets caught in an antenna that was on the outside, and he's just kind of floating there. I thought this was a kid show. And the third one is alive but in a lot of pain. It'll get a turn before it dies, and then the fourth one you didn't hit at all. Is there any move you'd like to do? Or a skill or something. I'll get one of those.
Okay, how big was the hole that the first drone made?
Enough for a drone to jump through. It was like a manhole cover.
Okay, I basically jump across to the other side of the hole.
Leap. And you have no gravity, so how are you... I guess you got the magnets.
Yeah, that's basically how I'm doing it.
Yeah, cool. Sci-fi. Roll a percentile die. You need to get again, 75. Because I wanted to succeed. This should be easy
no!
Oh no!
89.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no! So you try to go and you don't time the mag boot connected, and it turns on, but you're already too high in the leap, and it doesn't pull into the station. Now, lucky for you, this is a ring, and there's the arms on the H. So you will come down. Hopefully, I'll have you do another check. You know what? Actually, give me a follow-up check. Can you grab onto the arm
I rolled
of the
29
station?
on that second check.
Great, yeah. So you pull that off. So you're out of the ring. You're free falling for a bit, and before you leave the perimeter of the station, you grab onto one of the arms of the H and pull yourself back in. Like, fuck. And at that point, I wish I'd given you. I was actually, true story, when I was making your character, thinking of giving you a grappling hook. And I really should have given that to you, because instead you just have a crossbow.
Yeah, that would have been
grappling hook would have been
a lot of use.
actually really handy. So that's on me. And good job not fucking it up. So you're on the H, so you're on the outside of the station now, but you're on an undamaged, still pressurized part of the station. And that's where your turn is going to wrap, because I've got 2 characters coming towards you and a few that are going to take pot shots onto the Space Digger. The swarm is actually moving away from the station and is following Space Digger. It's coming after you. You are the enemy. You are the invaders from Earth. And first with Andy, the 2 see you like leap and go on. While you're in the air, they're going to try and shoot at you too. And what is your AR? Can't remember. I've got it written down.
AR is 13.
Damn it! They both miss. Your armor rating's too high. So they your plated plastic armor is, this is like elite military gear, and they easily deflect the energy weapons that are not designed for this kind of armament. Because I only rolled like 10 and 11, so then so they miss. They do leap back into the air to follow the swarm as they're going after Space Digger. So they're actually not pursuing you, Andy. They swarm. I'm just going to roll here because I have the Space Digger's got a lot of SDCs. We remember what Space, what Gravedigger had. Fucking, damn it. Okay, one of them is going to hit.
Space Digger's got a lot of HP. Let's see if I can got the actual stats.
I remember Gravedigger has something like 2,000 SDC, but these are like going after called shots. They're going after specific, like the weapons. They're going after the microwave engines,
which are actually protected by the hunk of hull that we've got trailing behind us.
Well, then they deal like 50 damage, but like don't even bother writing it down.
Yeah,
they're not. That's not gonna.
Doesn't even matter, eh?
Should I be making piloting checks at this point?
You will be making piloting checks because knowing that their weapons are going to be ineffective against the kind of armor on the Space Digger, they're just all going to start flying towards and latching on. If they can't shoot you out, they're going to overpower you by their numbers and just all grab on the outside and just start like finding weak points in the armor and like getting.
Oh, are they going to try and Japanese honeybee us?
Let's say yes. I don't know that reference.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
That sounds like if that's an actual thing, then that's exactly their strategy.
Japanese honeybees deal with the Japanese giant wasps is a whole bunch of bees literally glomp onto them and start beating their wings and producing extra heat, and they cook the wasp.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's perfect. So they've all got these power suits with thrusters on them. That's exactly what they're going to try and do. Thanks, Derek.
Okay.
Really appreciated the advice. Mm-hmm. So you got piloting checks, which you can roll to use your inertia to shake them off.
Yeah, well, actually, I have 2 specific piloting checks I'm going to make.
Okay.
The first one is I'm at...
well, first, to be fair, Julian's next in the round. You guys are kind of sharing together. So go ahead and tell us what you want to do, but keep in mind that
I haven't really acted this round either.
You can work with...
Yeah, and I'll use that, and I'll use whatever piloting things you make to inform my shots, right?
It's both your
what
turns.
I'm actually thinking is I'm going to fire Julian off in the escape pod.
What?
Huh?
With the guns. You said the front cabin detaches with guns.
Yes. You're going into the trailer and you're detaching the cabin?
Well, I can't. I'm trying to think of a way to. We kind of both got into the ship.
All the bees are grabbing the trailer, but you can say you're going into the back trailer. You close the door, and then unhitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the problem. All the power's in the trailer.
The power. Well, that's true. The power in the cabin is magical and psionic, and will last until your death or 150 yards.
Yes.
Oh,
but that's okay.
crap.
He's got an actual vac suit that actually works.
Exactly.
And it is his actual truck cabin.
It is.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that what I can do is shoot him back towards the station.
So, okay, you want to do a burn and flip.
Yeah.
Go into the trailer and then unhitch as you're moving in the other direction, and then but use like the push.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right,
I'll stay with the trailer. I have my strategy. Let's
I just
see
like
if the,
I just like any situation where Julian's the one who's being like off guard.
Yeah.
36, Justin. Will that work?
36? Yeah,
Yeah.
easily. Like all your
Okay.
skills are in like the high 50s and 60s. So
Yeah. So
the lowest one is optic systems, and
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
see how that's actually playing a part.
just before the door closes, because I have to say it, Kitty Bro, Mutork has been and always shall be your friend.
What the hell are you doing?
I met you. I met you last week. What are you talking about?
The cabin seals, and the entire front of the truck blasts off.
I'm just in disbelief.
Like I don't get this. This is so
What just
confusing.
happened?
Duckman, you may want to pick up Catman.
I will do as such.
Very confused. I'm just gonna shoot things.
Okay, go ahead, Julian.
Specifically, should I shoot down mute? Actually, what would I do in this situation? I would shoot at the bees that are swarming around Mutork, because I'm presuming they're swarming his.
The majority they didn't go for the cabin. They were going for the engines,
Yeah.
and they were trying to swarm and pull the engines apart so that the ship would be dead in the air.
So I was gonna fire at them.
Yeah, I mean, really, their bodies will protect me from the impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. So I'm gonna fire the railgun because
That's all you got left.
it's all I got left.
You got the lasers too.
Oh yeah, you got the
but-
lasers on the hood.
It's true, but I'm still gonna fire the railgun.
He replaced the machine guns that were on the hood
lasers.
with two laser
That's
guns.
great. I get 4 shots of the railgun.
And there's and actually, you know what they left in the cabin was a bobblehead of both you and Van Cleef. You guys made while you were on the road.
okay. So most of them.
There's like a
miss.
little fan in the corner, right?
So 3 of my 4 shots were under 10, but 1 was a natural 20. So
Then it's a
Okay, so
D6
one
times 10.
one of them's going to be a D6 times 10.
yeah.
Actually, because it was a natural 20, it would be a 6 times 10. It'll just be max damage.
Yeah. So
So I'll give it 60.
60.
So what the hell is 60 damage? So the railgun goes and it grazes the side of the trailer and it carves off like that side that had the bees. So it takes out another like I don't know 5 or 6 drones. Just pulls them away. And even if some of them survived, like their limbs were like broken away and
It's going to break their back seals.
yeah, so they're like, and you just see like they're doing the Martian Iron Man scene where like,
Yeah.
and the pressure has been broken, and you're still your momentum is still bringing you back towards
Station.
Leica Station.
Yeah.
How
So
many
just-
yards away am I from the from Mutork's cabin?
You got a vac suit and momentum.
You will be with because we're talking a football field, right?
Yeah.
Is his range? So currently he's how fast was the ship moving? Because space distances can be so much fun.
Well,
yeah.
here, let me just do a roll to
Like,
see if
probably
any
in
of his
seconds.
systems keep functioning.
Because I'll be away in seconds. Like,
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
range.
And he's also going in the other direction. So
Oh, that's you're in a dead moving projectile.
Yeah.
he rolled. It's dead. So there's actually like the fan in this on like in the truck cabin, like the old style like truck fan. It's spinning and it comes to a stop.
And all the computer systems
And
lights
like
go off.
and like the little radio tuner.
But your vac suit's still fine.
Sure.
Well, the 8-track tape that was playing David Bowie opens up. There was no tape inside.
Oh, jeez.
And then, that's a 19. That's under my thing.
The whole swarm is now moving towards the trailer and the engines.
Yep. And I'm just going to set off that extra drive system that we talked about. The joke, the largely joke drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think that was actually going to be real, but sure.
There is literally
It's
just
Mutork.
it starts glowing. You could the engines start going on the thing, and there's a glow, and then it vanishes.
Yeah. Well, sure. There's like there's like a big blue glow begins to form between the engines, where actually the circle habitat dome thing is.
Perfect.
And then there's just this flash that from where everyone like you kind of get a little blinded, and when it disappears, there's some of the swarm that were just on the outside of that sphere have been like in Terminator with the time travel circle, like it's just they're cleanly cut and like glowing from the heat, and just been sliced apart, and they're like cutting away, and then the trailer is gone into parts unknown.
Into parts unknown.
And just as that happens, we'll bring this episode to an end because your cabin goes into the circle that had just been popped out.
Fuck you like a station.
And
This first contact has not gone well.
we will dispatch the remaining. There's only 3 left of the swarm, and there was the one that you were gonna fuck up, Dodd, inside. We'll fast forward. You grab it. You grab its head. You snap it. Willhammer and Jack are actually still alive, but they're like cowering in the corner with their energy. I don't know why they're on this mission. And Andy, you see everything happen, and as you see the cabin's going through the ring, but it's gonna keep going through to the other side. And you use your mag boots and you launch out to get to the door, open the door, and pull El Greco out of the cabin and into the ship, like you do it in like a single motion.
Yeah.
The cinematic. Open the door, pull through, out the other door, and into a hull breach, back into the station as the cabin of the space digger
That's fucking awesome.
just goes
away.
I'm kind of surprised that the El Greco just let me actually do that. Considering
Only because this is the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And what we do see is as the station's power is going out, the Steve comes over the intercom. Hey, I caught one! Hey guys, come talk! We should go talk. We should go say, you want to say hi? I caught one! And you hear in the background.
Oh, interrogation sounds fun.
yes.
What were the bees up to?
Yes.
We'll find out next week on Mutants in Orbit. I have been your Game Master, Justin Ecock. I have been surrounded at this table with...
Julian Spillane.
Oh, from Edmonton.
I'm Derek the Bard from Chasing the Muse.
You will be missed.
Off into the beyond.
Oh, you will be missed. You know what? I bet you are going to like teleport into some other random campaign now as Mutork has gone meta.
Probably. Hey, he brought his own house.
Mutork will
with him
show up in
this time.
Ghostbusters with Crazy Bob.
Metatork.
The other crazy shit.
Metatork.
Oh God.
The trans.
The Derek Expendables. All characters part is played.
You know what? A lot of us could say that though for all the characters we played.
It's true.
And from the secret base of the long form campaign GM, we have.
My God.
And we're just here to entertain you from our Patreon reward program. Thanks for joining us, Andy. We got one more episode. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh hell yes! Let's get this. I can't wait to see what this is gonna do.
I promise, I'll kill you in the next episode. Okay?
Probably kill you in the morning.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Take it away, Justin.
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes every Tuesday and every Thursday. And in 2 weeks' time, Mutants in Orbit will wrap itself up in a very untidy mess. I guarantee you, it's not going to be organized at all. There's no closure to this campaign because it went completely, it wasn't even just off the rails. It skipped the track, went down a cavern, and, well, I don't want to say anything else until you tune in. Because all is not as it seems. And those bees, well, they're up to something. I mean, come on, they're bees who live in the moon. I'd give them some kind of plot. I promise you, I had a huge backstory to this campaign, and we just kind of got stuck in that hangar for a while. But return to us also on Thursday as Derek the Bard continues his game with his Edmonton crew, The Secrets of Cats of Gravity Falls. And if you don't follow Gravity Falls like me, you've never seen the cartoon, don't worry. Those inside jokes pass by real quickly because the focus is, of course, on the secrets of the cats. What is the secrets of cats? Spoiler alert, cats are weird. It's another wacky adventure from our Edmonton crew, and on Tuesday, we continue our campaign in Masks the New Generation, a campaign chosen by you, our Patreon supporters. The delinquent, the outsider, and the transformed hit the road on their first patrol. And if you'd like to have a say on which future campaigns we choose, of course you can support us on patreon.com/terriblewarriors. A support amount of any amount gives you access to our poll that we put out every now and then when we want to ask you what campaign we should play next. Right now, there's a poll happening, and it's a 3-way tie. It's a tie. So get onto our Patreon page, cast your vote, be the deciding voice to decide which our next campaign will be when we record it in March. Today's Terrible Warriors were Mike Dodd, Derek Burrow, Julian Spillane, Justin Ecock, with Patreon supporter Andy Hughes. NPC performances by Patreon supporters just like you. It was just Stephen Prince this time. Spring has sprung, dear listeners. It's getting warmer out. Can you feel it? We have so many stories left to tell. So until we meet again, thank you for supporting, for listening, liking, and reviewing. And thank you for being a terrible warrior.